Hi, welcome to my studio. My name is Szimhart. I've been here in the Goggle Works since February. I'm one of the newer artists. This is the first studio I've had, I think, in my entire career, which goes way back to the late 60s, with this great window light here in the north face. Currently I'm working on this piece. It's kind of a blank canvas at this point, and it represents an imagery from my past of I'm going to do a local Native American Indian shooting toward a fish, but it's going to be in an abstract black and white format. So this is just starting, and essentially a lot of this background is going to be black, and these figures in here will be white. So, and with added things as I go along in the creative process, the painting will talk to me as I try to talk to it. So that's basically how I work with these things. I've been working a lot with blackbirds over the years. I got interested in them when I was in New Mexico observing ravens and all the mythology behind them. One of my newer pieces here that I just finished is based on the image of the myth of the four crows of the Lenape Indian tribe. And the idea behind this one is it's more of a sketch, but the original Indian in pre-Columbian times, and then after meeting a European and the devastation of the tribes, and goes into kind of a death of identity where they had to relocate, and then the diminishing of identity after 1778 into modern times of the Lenape, represents by this faded crow boxed into a identity it doesn't have. And then since 1965, the last crow represents the kind of the resurrection of the Indian spirit and the renewal of their culture in modern times. And he's talking back to the past here is how this thing reads out. So I want to do a larger image of this later. A lot of my pieces have kind of narrative, symbolic, mythic, and you can read into them things that I don't even intend. So that's what I enjoy about the artistic process, is this communication and the ability to evoke response that may even be mysterious to the artist. Maybe we could go to show you some of the new work I have hanging at the Artist of the Month show here at the Goggle Works. Every month they pick one of the 30 or so artists here, or two or three of them, and give them a space to exhibit, especially showcasing their work in the hallway here. Hi, this is the area where Artists of the Month exhibit for Goggle Works on the second floor, and I've chosen a few pieces to put on this wall. This is one of my more recent pieces, and it's based on the idea of the white stag, and the mythology behind it is that a white stag led the Magyar or Hungarian people into the Carpathian Basin in Europe around the 9th century or so, or maybe earlier. And they established their identity and their nation there. The sun image represents their later adaptation to Christianity. This piece with the raven and the cosmic egg is the first piece I actually did and attempted when I got my studio here in February. And it kind of shows about my new direction that I'm trying to do. I used to do prints similar to this, but I haven't done very many paintings. And again, it's the idea of the blackbird and something to do with cosmic imagery, and he's stimulating the movement of cosmic creativity, if you want to call it that. And you can read anything else you want into it. This is a study I did of my daughter. She's 14 and she's practicing ballet here. My wife's a ballet instructor, and all my daughters have taken lessons from her, 3 of them, and Lonnie's my youngest. So here she is practicing, and I sort of kind of like this flat Monet or Manet type of approach to figurative work. I used to teach figure drawing at a college many years ago, so I still have interest in doing figurative imagery in my work.
Turning Point Media, collaborating with global corporations and small business. Advancing the cause for nonprofit and civic organizations. Creating a competitive edge in a digital age. On target, on time, on budget. Change your direction with Turning Point Media.